Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their chart. It's important to know these areas before you buy any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy into it or sell out of it. And also if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with this channel and support and resistance areas. And just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use that to start an account and get 2 free stocks. And I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could go ahead and use that, start an account, and get 1 free stock. Okay, and just to let you guys know, I will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation, go ahead and leave me a comment below and I'll try to get to it. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new videos here. Okay, so let's get into the market today. Today is June 28th, 2021, and you can see here it is Monday. The S&P 500 is pretty much flat on the day. It's down a little bit, 0.08%. The Dow Jones is down 0.66%, and the NASDAQ is leading the way today. It's up 0.70%, so the NASDAQ is winning the day here. And let's get into the stock I want to take a look at here. I wanted to go over Amazon again. I've done a couple videos on this one in the past. You could go back, check those out if you want to. I'll leave a link in the upper right hand corner. You should see that right about now. And you could go back and see how I mapped my chart out to where it is now here. So Amazon today is currently trading at $3,425.14. It's up $23.68 today, which is the equivalent of about 0.70%. Okay, and on the past week, you know, it's been pretty flat for Amazon. They're actually down 1% this past week. In the past month, they've been doing pretty good, you know, up 5.75%. And in the past 3 months, we're actually up a little over 12% here. Okay, and still in the past year, we're up about 27% over the year here. But you could see, and I'm sure everyone knows this here, this stock has been trading sideways since about, for about a year. Since July of last year here, you could see it got into this channel in between $3,000 and $3,500. And it's basically, just been going up and down, bouncing off the resistance at 3,500 and bouncing off the support at around 3,000. You could see for the past year, and you could see here it did dip below 3,000 a couple times during the corrections that we've had. We had one back in September of last year through October, and we had one right around here, which was about February. Earlier this year, we had a pretty big correction in the NASDAQ, so you could see it did dip below 3,000 during that. But other than that, it's been hitting, 3,000, bouncing up to 35, and trading back down for the past year. So we really need to see this stock break out of this channel, and it looked like it was going to do that. You could see just recently it did test this resistance up here at 3,500 again, and it got rejected these past couple days, and it looks like it's trading down again. So we're going to go over this chart here and see what it looks like. So first of all, you could see my resistance up here is at around, it's going to be at about $3,507 here. That is our main resistance point. You can see we've never been able to close above that except for one day right here, which was on, let me see here, let me get the date for you guys. It looks like that was August 27th of last year. We did open the day and close above that, but we quickly dropped below that and went into the correction and dropped all the way down past 3,000. So you could see one day we had, and that was it. So this is our main resistance point. It's basically 3,500. We're going to want to see this thing get above there, close out the day, and hold for a couple days above there. And then that will confirm that we are going to move on to new highs here. Okay, but we right now are sitting at our first support line, which I have here at around $3,387. That is a support line here, and you could see it has acted as resistance in the past, but now it's acting as support as we are trading below our highs here. So if we are to fall below this support line, you could see my next one is at about 3,100. And, you know, I could draw run around 32 because it has consolidated around that area also. So, you know, this basically is, you know, every $100 is pretty much a support here. So $3,100 is going to be a pretty strong support. You could see we've hit that and bounced back up. Before in the past, a bunch of times here, we hit off at here, 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 and here. So that is a strong support line, 35 or 3,100. And below that, if we do drop below that, we're looking at 3,000 to be another major support here. You could see we've touched off that a bunch of times also during this past year while we've been trading in this channel here. So watch for that also. And, you know, if you get below that, we're looking at around $2,884 is going to be our final support here. You could see we've traded down to that a couple times, like I said, during those corrections. And every time we've touched around that area, it has recovered nicely. So if you ever see it in that area, I would be buying definitely. You know, just like back in March here, you saw it hit that area and then it went right back up to 3,500 there. So just something to keep in mind here. And also I have on my chart here my trend line. I've had to move this a couple times here during this correction. You know, it was on a nice little uptrend here. But this correction kind of messed that up and I moved it a little bit. So you can see here we touched off it from the lows of COVID here back in March of last year. And, you know, we hit it around March of this year. And we just recently hit it in the beginning of this month in June here. So we've touched off this 3 times. That does confirm that it is a positive trend line. And also, I did have a downtrend line that we were trading in since around April when we did make that new all-time high there at $3,554. Okay, it was trading in a little bit of a downtrend. You could see it was consolidating along this line here. And, you know, this is the importance of trend lines. You see it all the time on these charts. If you draw, you know, a downtrend like this, if you see a stock has been trending down, try to draw a trend line to see exactly, you know, where your trend lines are going to intersect. You could see I had mine drawn right here. It touched off it, you know, 3 or 4 times here, so it was confirmed to be a downtrend. And I intersected it with my uptrend line that I had here in the green. And you could see, soon as these intersected, it had to pick which way it was going to go here. So it was either going to continue to follow this downtrend and keep going lower, or it was going to continue following this uptrend here. And you could see right around this area, you know, we were right at about $3,200, and the stock, you know, blew up right out of that downtrend and shot right up to 3,500. So you could have made a nice little penny on that trade right there if you would have saw this convergence right here, and you saw it did dip below the 200-day moving average also during this period here, and it did bounce nicely off that 200-day moving average and continue its way up all the way to 3,500. So let's take a look at where we're at now here on our daily chart. You can see we are below our 8-day moving average right here in the white. You can see we just lost that in the past couple of days. We dipped below that when we did go back up and test that resistance up there. You know, we did get a rejection again, and it did dip below our 8-day moving average here in the white. But we are still above our 200-day in the yellow here, our 30-day in the green, and our 50-day in the dark blue, and our 21-day moving average here in the light teal blue right there. So we're above all of our other moving averages except for our 8-day, so that'll be something to keep an eye on. You know, we could see this thing fall back down to around our 21-day moving average or our 50-day here, and I think that will act as support for this stock and continue to push it upwards along this trend line here. Okay, so but we'll see in the next couple weeks here. Let me switch over to the weekly chart and see what we have here, and you could see here Our 50-day moving average on our weekly chart is following our trend line here, and it is acting as support for the stock during the week. So the 50-day moving average on the weekly chart is our support, pretty much acting along our trend line here. So that's how we know our trend line is good, because it does follow our moving average there. And you could see we're above all moving averages on the weekly chart, so that is also a good sign. This will continue to act as support, all these moving averages, and push this stock back up. I'm going to switch over to our 4-hour chart, and we'll see what we could find on here. And you could see, we did lose our 8-day moving average on our 4-hour chart, and right now it looks like we lost our 21-day moving average. It looked like today we did go and test that moving average, which is sitting at $3,444.84 right now, and it looks like we got rejected off of that one. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. It's trading right in between the 30-day and the 21-day moving averages on the 4-hour chart. So I'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully we don't lose our 30-day moving average. That looks like it's acting as support, because if we do, we're going to be looking at a drop all the way down to around $3,331, where our 50-day moving average is sitting at right now. So we'll watch that, but it looks like everything looks pretty good except for our 8-day moving average on the daily chart here as I switch back over. So we'll keep an eye on this during the week, and we'll see if it's going to make a move, bounce off the support here, and maybe make a move back up and make a higher low, or is it going to fall and ultimately break this trend line here, which would not be good. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to, make a higher low, at least bounce off this trend line here and make these new all-time highs very soon, because it's been consolidating in this channel for way too long. And it's looking like it's going to break out any day now here. So keep an eye on this one. If you want to trade it, do what you can here. I'd wait to see how this, turns out here with the dipping, or unless you're trying to short it. But I would wait for this dip to be reversed and see if it's going to make its way back up. Otherwise, I would wait to get in on this until it does get close to this trend line or another moving averages before you get into that, okay? And, that's just my update on Amazon. I just wanted to do a quick little video here and update it and show you guys what's been happening. I did have a request from a viewer to do this, so I, got right on that. And I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time on Chart Stoppers.